Hello, good evening, and welcome to Monkeys with Fire. How is everybody tonight? Hope you're all well. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. So we are ready for doing a little bit of tabletop gaming this evening. What game do we have on the table? We are playing a game of 1815 Scum of the Earth from All or Nothing Productions. We are going to reenact the infamous Battle of Waterloo. Napoleon Bonaparte versus Sir Arthur Wellesby, the Duke of Wellington. Sarah, you're all set and ready to join me? Shall we get started straight away? Let's bring you on in then. Hello, Sarah.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm very well, very well. Excited to play tonight's game because it's been a while. So it's good.
Only a little bit.
Well, it's been a little bit, but it's good to have you back at the table. Shall we jump on in, because what we having played one of these historic epic battle system games from All or Nothing Productions before. We played 1066, didn't we? So we're kind of already familiar with the rules. There are just a few little points that probably need to point out. So let's jump to the table and take a look. All right, so here we go. Now then, you know what? My knowledge of the Battle of Waterloo is severely lacking. Other than Napoleon and the Duke of Wellington, I'm going to be learning quite a lot of history here tonight, which is kind of cool. But we have three, and I'm going to get this correct. Let me just check here.
Pretty sure my only knowledge of Waterloo is the ABBA song, so...
That's exactly what I said today. Yep, no, absolutely.
This is all I know of this event.
So we have...
It's not even the event, so yeah.
We have three frontiers. If you remember, this is what we are building up our armies to basically, ultimately, once we go through our objectives and we get to the end of those, we can then start taking out these frontiers. And if you are successful in defeating two frontiers, you win the game. There is another objective on winning. So here we go. Game objectives. 1815 Scum of the Earth retells the epic tale of the Battle of Waterloo and the events leading up to it. The winner will be the first player to destroy two frontiers of enemy troops at the Battle of Waterloo, or destroy their opponent's leader, or have their opponent run out of cards in their card deck. So those are the three win conditions.
Okay, wait, oh gosh. Sorry, I was paying attention to chat. So, winning winning one of the... I'm sorry, can you just say real fast for me to write them down, like condensed version?
Okay, you need to defeat two of these frontiers. There are three of them.
Okay, so two of three. Okay.
2 of 3. Either defeat the enemy's leader, so kill the enemy outright, or make the enemy get to the bottom of their deck whilst you still have cards within your deck.
Okay.
Okay, so it's one of those three conditions and you will win the game. Good evening, Amber, and welcome. Yes, I watched Sean Bean in Sharp, but it was so long ago now. And yeah, this will be... Because, of course, the Battle of Waterloo, there are people who have studied it in immense detail, and of course there's been so many games, so many films and TV programs created from it, so it is an infamous battle. Okay, so we're going to start off with 6 cards in our hand. I will show you your cards in a bit, and if you recall, what happens is basically you can play a card from your hand, and to be able to play a card, you must obviously have an amount of the resources to be able to pay for that card. Do you remember how that worked in the last game? Yeah.
To get the resources, though, we have to have cards down to get them, right?
We do, but what you can do is you can discard multiple cards from your hand, and each card you discard is one resource. Okay, so that's how you potentially initially get cards out onto the table. All right.
And in one turn, how many actions are we allowed to do?
What will happen is we will alternate. So you are able to do an action, then I will do an action, then it will go back to you, and we will keep on doing that until one of us says pass. Okay. At that point, whoever says pass first gets the first player token. With you being the French, you start with the first player token. But ultimately, if you're the first person to pass, you will then acquire it. The one thing that I probably need to point out, which was different, is that you have a variety of tactic cards just at the side here. We'll go into some detail on those so you understand how they trigger. There is also an ability for you to be able to store cards, not necessarily putting them into the battlefield, but storing them here in what is called the reserve. Okay, and then you're able to bring them out onto the battlefield. So let's just go into that, just to make sure we have it clear, because there's 3 elements that are new to this particular game. That's the good thing about it. The system, this historic epic battle system, pretty much once you've played one, you can play them all, and then it's just learning the little intricacies to the unique battle that you're taking part in. So what do we have? We have 3 elements here: boost, mired, and the reserves. So
okay, so that's our tactics?
No. These are 3 elements that we might find on the actual cards. Remember, it's all about keywords, isn't it? Yeah. So it's just to be mindful of these. So boost is when a card is played with the boost keyword. It can be played as normal, or the player can spend 1 extra resource to receive the listed benefit. All right. So basically, you're going to have a card. It's going to say boost on it. If you're able to spend 1 extra resource, you can use that added bonus. As we play the cards, we'll get used to what we've got available to us, and we'll discover it, and we'll see where that comes into play. Mired. This is when a card is mired, place a mired token on that card and you tire it. Do you remember whenever we use a card, we have to sort of tilt it slightly to say that it's being used?
Yeah, we have to tap it. Tap the mana.
Tap it. That's it. Indeed. Yes. So its might and its zeal become 0, and its ability text is considered blank until the token is removed. So this is basically, this particular unit is mired in the mud. Yes, they are, trunching through all this mud, can't get out of it.
So is that what you can do to the other person's, or would you want to do that to your own?
I think that will depend on the cards, won't it? All these keywords will come up in the cards, and it'll make sense.
Well, like I assume that whenever we would pull something, it's like if you have a mired troop, mire it now or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. So what we're going to have to do is that as an action, the card must be tired to remove the mired token. All right. So a mired card is effectively double tired and out of the consideration for 2 rounds. If not already, it is tired when the mired token is placed, and when it readies next round, it can only tire to remove the mired token. So basically, if a unit becomes mired, they are out of action for 2 rounds. All right. So that's interesting.
Ability on those cards must be good to want to risk them like that.
Yeah, no, agreed. So the reserves...
Because if not, selling it!
Exactly, yes. So these are the reserves over here. They are also tactics, but we'll come to those in a second. The reserves, so any combination of up to 3 character and or unit cards can be played into a player's reserve area, in addition to the tactic cards. The reserves area is not part of the battlefield, and cards there cannot be targeted by abilities. As an action, a character or unit in reserves can be moved into any frontier, the frontier being, remember, of the 3 elements here, and of course this stacks into 3 deep. So you can, let's just go, move into a frontier.
So you can put them in reserves, keep them safe from getting stolen or killed or whatever, and then as an action, you can bring them back out.
Exactly that.
But as an action, we have to put them in reserve?
It is, yes.
Okay.
So yes, and as an action, you can put up to 3 characters. So effectively, you've got a bank here for 9 cards. Yeah.
So in one turn, we can reserve more than 1 at a time?
I'm
sorry, the way you read it just said that we could put 3 away at one time.
No, up to 3.
In one action turn?
No. It'll be... Think of these as banks, yeah? And each one can store 3 cards, but it's an action to put 1 in, it's an action to put another in, it's an action to put the 3rd one in, and then you cannot put any more cards into that particular reserve. That's it. So you'd have to use the other ones, yeah? Okay, so let's just... So as an action, characters and units in reserves cannot generate resources. They cannot be sacrificed, or they cannot use or be affected by abilities. So pretty much any card that goes into the bank, they are safe, but you cannot use any of their abilities until they come out into the battlefield. Which makes sense, doesn't it? Because they're in reserve, yeah?
And we can use an action to remove a card from the battlefield, right?
We can, yes. So you can empty, if you get your battlefield, because your battlefield is going to be basically a 3x3 grid, isn't it? And you can destroy cards, you can take them out if you want to do so. So once moved into the battlefield, their abilities and values are then treated normally. Moving into the battlefield does not trigger the played abilities. So that's the only, I suppose, downside to it, is if you put a card into the battlefield and it has the played tag word, then you get to use that ability straight away. If you put it into the bank and then put it into the battlefield, you miss out on that opportunity. Alright? But it has been a way of getting it out of your hand so that you can go through more cards. And you are able to store cards in this reserve and be able to use them
even when it comes out of reserve, it doesn't use its play.
It doesn't use the play, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the other tactics?
Right, okay, let's take a look at those, because these are unique to your... So those are like generic additional rules, but let's take a look at your tactics. These are unique to you. Let's take this. What do we have? Can you see that clearly? So this is infantry squares. So it's an action. When you have 4 infantry in a 2x2 square, sacrifice this card to destroy 1 opposing cavalry. So again, let's just go to the top view here. So remember, your battlefield, I'm going to try and do this like so. You can imagine, yes? So
how are we able to put reserves in that then?
You'll take the reserves out of the bank and bring them into here. So long as there's space for them, of course. But remember, your battlefield is a 3x3 grid. Okay, so you'll have some more down at the bottom just here. That's your active, that's there.
So if I have a 4x4 square, then I can use that card.
Yes.
Kind of like bingo. I can be like bingo and then destroy one of your cavalry.
Exactly. Well, it's a 2x2 square, yeah? So it would be, 1, 2, 3, 4. If they are all there and they are all infantry, right? Then you're able
one-time use?
One-time use, yes. The tactic gets destroyed, and you get to destroy 1 of my cavalry. What's this one? Here we go. Infantry lines. When you have 3 infantry in a row, sacrifice this card to destroy 1 opposing infantry. Okay, a row being along the length here. Okay, this is a row. So you'd have infantry, 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 and that being the case, you could destroy an infantry along my row. Alright. And then finally, cavalry charge. When you have 3 cavalry in one frontier, sacrifice this card to destroy 1 opposing infantry. Actually, that row... Hang on a second. Let me just get that right.
Would that be up and down? Up, down, or sideways?
I'm just... Hang on. I've got to make sure I get this correct. So... we have those there. Ah, okay. Yes, this is where it was slightly different, so my mistake. So a row is kind of a column. The rows are the columns because this is the frontiers. All right.
Right.
So
the infantry line, does that destroy a cavalry?
it destroys an opposing infantry.
Oh, infantry. Okay. And then this one here,
And cavalry charge,
destroys...
last one, destroys an opposing infantry as well. The 3 cavalry in one frontier. So one frontier, you'd have cavalry, all in one frontier, and they would then destroy an infantry over on this side. All right. So that is the tactics. They're quite cool. Like I say, the 1066, I don't think it had an area for tactics like this. This is one of the differences. So you've got 6 cards in your hand. Let us go through those. I'm just going to move these out of the way.
a new page. Hold on. Okay.
Making notes. All right, here we go. So, and we'll remember some of these details as we look, but of course it's slightly different. So what do we have? We have 1. This is a cost of 1. I'm going to get this right. It has a zeal of 0, a might of 1, and a health of 2.
Oh, what is the bottom? Is health?
Health is 2. This is
Okay, sorry. I had to make a little diagram of what everything was real quick.
Yep. This is younger guard. So, action, Bloodlust. Deal this card 1 damage to deal 1 damage to 1 enemy in this card's frontier. Okay, so basically you put a bit of damage onto it, and it then does 1 damage to an opposing enemy in its frontier. But interestingly, remember, the green rosette symbol is this is a resource. So once it's out on the battlefield, you could tap this card and you gain 1 resource. All right. What do we have here? So that was the young guard. This is the old guard. So it's a cost of 5. It has a zeal of 1, a might of 3, and a health of 3. It again has 1 resource. All right. And here we go. When it's played, you can do the boost, right? And it gains +1 zeal. So if you remember, to do the boost, you have to add 1 extra resource. So to do that boost, it would cost you 6. But it means that this card is a +1 on zeal. So I think we'll have a little token. We'll place the token on top of here.
Forever?
Forever,
so the
yeah.
next round, I could do it again and add another one to it?
No, because it's only when it's played.
Oh,
So
it's
when
a played. Oh, it's
so when
just
it-
a
so when it's-
one-time. Okay.
Yeah, but from that point on, it will have 2
It's
zeal,
a resource.
2 zeal, and 3 might, and of course it is a resource as well. So that's the old guard. Then we have the middle guard. we got a young guard, the old guard, the middle guard. This is a cost of 4. It's a zeal of 1, a might of 3, and a health of 3. And again, this has a boost. So it would cost you 5 in total when played, but you then have a might of 4. That's pretty good. And remember, your objectives, depending on what your objective might be, determines where you might want to sort of strengthen either zeal or might.
Look for that before the game, right?
Is what, sorry?
Whatever my objective is, we'll go over
Yes, yeah. Well, initially, we complete the first objective automatically, and then we'll explain what the next one is. So what's this? Oh, gosh. French, is that Trélieurs? Trélieurs? Okay. It's a cost of 2, zeal of 1, might of 2, health of 1. So when played, if played into reserves, gains might of +1. Okay, well that's kind of cool. So if you put this into the reserves, you're going to gain a might of +1 on this card for when it comes out. Very cool. French Lancers, you have a cost of 3, zeal of 1, might of 2, health of 2. And this is cavalry, of course. And action Bloodlust. Deal this card 1 damage to deal 1 damage to the enemy in this card's frontier. We've
deal? What do we mean deal this card? So deal damage.
So basically we would add 1
yeah,
damage
it's like
to
the other
card.
So
yeah.
deal damage to damage
1 enemy. Okay, but it also
1 enemy.
But it also has the cavalry keyword. This card gains might of +1 whilst in row 3. Okay, let me just go back just to make sure we do this clearly.
1 might in row 3.
So row 3, okay, row 3 is the back row here. Okay, so row 1, row 2, row 3. All right.
Last card, got it.
Last card. So if that card is in row 3, it has a +1. That's really handy.
Along with the other thing.
Along with the other thing, yes, absolutely. And now we have a character. And of course, this is where I am going to ruin these names. It's a cost of 0, zeal 0, might of 1, health 1. And we're just going to call him Charles. So when played, he is a zealot. If you dealt damage this round, this card gains a +1 zeal. So remember, there's no zeal to start
damage gains +1 zeal, and that's always. It can happen multiple times.
No, it's when it's played. It's also only when it's played you'll get 1 extra. At the moment he has 0, but if you did damage in that turn, you can actually put a counter onto this to get that +1.
Point of him, he's stupid.
Well, yeah, maybe. Okay, those are your 6 cards. So I'm going to just put those just there. I've got my cards here, so I'm just going to put these out so I can see them clearly.
What is my little... Oh, is that Napoleon?
This is Napoleon.
Is my General Napoleon? Okay, what does he do? Does he do anything special?
He does, of course he does. Let's go and take a look at Napoleon. So here he is. Here's the big guy. Napoleon Bonaparte, the Emperor. So he's obviously already out, so there's no cost. He has a zeal of 2, a might of 4, and a health of 9. So remember, if you lose 9 points of damage on him, he's dead. I win the game. So setup, place Napoleon in row 3. He can move within, but not leave row 3. So action, commander, move 1 French unit or character to a different frontier. Leader, if this game is destroyed, the French player loses the game. So row 3 is effectively at
He's in the back
here.
always.
He's at the back, yes.
What was it? So he can move first. So his action, he can move a character or unit anywhere on the board, essentially.
Move 1 French unit or character to a different frontier. Basically, he can move them into the 3 different frontiers.
Right. And then what else did he do?
That's basically it. So that's it. That's his action. He cannot. So he cannot leave row 3. Let me just again. I'm pretty sure because same as the cavalry, wasn't it? Yep. So that's row 3. Because if you remember, when we play cards in the battlefield, so when an army card is removed from the battlefield, each card in that frontier on that side of the battlefield must be moved one row closer to the frontier card, ensuring that there are no empty spots between an army card and its frontier card.
Except for Napoleon, because he's clearly a great leader from behind.
Yes, that's it.
He wants to make sure the troops really far away have more morale.
That's it. Don't worry, boys. I'm right behind you. 2 kilometers behind you.
I'll be at the Tesco. You all just...
Right. So what you need to do is you need to decide on which of these frontiers, so, 1, 2, or 3, do you want Napoleon?
What do they say in the middle? One is a 10, 9, 11. Let's go top 11.
9, and 10. So you're going to go for the top. So he's up here in row 3 on Chateau de Hougoumont. Sorry everybody, I am going to completely ruin it. But you're up at the chateau. Let me just have a look at the Duke of Wellington. So basically, Duke of Wellington does not have such luxury of basically being at the back. He's got to be at the front. So he's in the thick of it. So I'm just going to put him just there.
See, that's what happened. That's where it all went wrong, is the British leaders were like, we're in this with you guys, and that was their downfall.
All right.
Pretty sure that's how it happened in real life, right? Right? Yeah? No?
No. I think that I think it's actually an allied force, but I think the English, I think they weren't. But anyway, we will find out because we're going to.
You see, if Napoleon rides his horse too close to the battle, he might lose the phone book he is sitting upon, and so he prefers to sit back.
Okay. Right. So I think we're all set and ready. So first of all, the way that a round will work is we victory check. We check to see has anybody won. Well, it's the first round we haven't. We discard down to 6 cards. If we have more, we're all at 6. We're all good. We then draw 2 cards.
Okay, draw up to 6. Okay.
So draw 2 cards. Okay.
No matter how many you have in your hand.
Yes, it's okay to have lots in the hand. It's when you start your turn. Let's just
right, so you have to discard down to 6 at the end of your turn or beginning of your turn?
At the beginning of your turn.
Okay, so we get those resources. Yes. We get a resource then for discarding. Got it.
Yes.
How many resources are we starting with?
Well, effectively 0. It's now up to you because you will discard cards, and every card you discard out your hand is 1 resource.
That's right. Okay.
But of course, you've got a couple of resource cards in your hand, so you can get them out onto the battlefield, and then next time you don't need to discard cards because you can tap the ones that are out in the battlefield. Yeah. So yes, each player with more than 6 cards in their hand discards. Each player then simultaneously draws 2 cards. Alright, so that'll be it. So I'm going to take 2 cards. So we have, the great thing about this game is that the decks, there's no collecting of cards. You don't have to buy everything you need to play the game is there in the box. So
it's multiples of the same card, correct?
In some instances, yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I have everything written down and I don't want to be crossing out things.
Yep. All right. Well, here we go. So you've got 2 extra cards. This is.
Oh, I gotta write this down.
Yep. So you got it's a cost of 2, zeal of 0, might of 2, health of 2. This is the French Infantry Corps. Again, it's a boost card, which would give you a plus in your might. Oh, here's another keyword, Battle Brothers. This card gains zeal +1 if there's at least 1 more copy of this card in your battlefield. So there you go. There is sort of repeats. So this is as the more you have, you can boost up that zeal. That's great. And then we have French Infantry Division. Cost of 0. Zeal 0, 1 might, 1 health. And again, this is Battle Brothers. This card gains a +1 of zeal if there's at least one more copy of this card in your battlefield.
So this one is...
So this is French infantry
Okay,
division.
the Battle Brothers. Okay.
Yeah. So they both have the same Battle Brother tag, but they are different cards, and they are looking for the same
0,
type.
0, 1, 1. Okay.
Yep. So one's French infantry division, one's French infantry corps. All right. So then, it is you to play. So basically, in your turn, it's play a card, execute an action, sacrifice a card, or pass.
I'm going to sacrifice Charles de la Bedoyer.
Right, okay, so hang on a second. So sacrificing is actually when you're taking a card out of the battlefield. So that's
Yeah,
not...
no, we're selling him.
But you're selling him, yes. You're doing it right from the start, aren't you? So just generating resources. You discard 1 card from your hand to generate 1 resource. Okay, so you want to get rid of Charles
de Bedoyer.
Yeah, because he's not worth anything, so let's get rid of him. So you've got 1 resource. How can I track your resources? Well, we just know you've got 1.
Put them on top of my... Can you put them below my draw pile or next to my draw pile?
Yep.
Below my draw pile, there's a little space.
There
or
is.
above the card
There you
next
go.
to them.
We're going to put that there because we know that that's 1 resource that you've got waiting. Okay, so that is your effective turn. It then goes over to me. What do I want to do? I should have a quick look. Oh my goodness. All right. So we got some of those there. Oh, okay, that's interesting. We want to keep him, don't we? Okay, I'm going to discard that card. In fact, I'm going to keep the red because I should be the red. I'm going to put that resource there, and you should be blue, shouldn't you? So let's get our colours correct. Okay, so I've discarded a card to have 1 resource. Over to you then.
I'm going to put French Trail in the reserves.
French.
And that's going to give him a +1 might.
It is. But remember, you need to do that. You need to actually pay the cost still.
Oh, we have to do that to put it in reserves?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yes.
Oh, then never mind. We can't do that.
No, I don't. Not at this moment. You remember, you do have a card, French infantry of 0, and...
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So you could.
In fact, I am going to put that one out, and we'll put it down at the bottom.
Down at the bottom, so that goes instantly to the front just there. So you've got a card out there, 0 zeal, but 1 might. Okay, awesome.
Now, does the card that has to go in have to say that exact same name, or would the other French infantry that I have count as it, since they're both the Battle Brothers?
No,
okay.
Because one is French infantry division and one is French infantry corps, and that's the difference. So there will be multiple cards of both of that type.
All right.
So that's what you're looking for, either the division or the corps. I'm going to get rid of another card. Give myself another resource. Back over to you.
Let's get rid of my old guard.
Old guard, okay. Remember, the old guard have got a resource on them.
Yeah, hold on. I don't know. Okay, hold on to that one.
Yeah.
Hold on to old guard. We'll get rid of
middle guard.
Middle guard. Yeah, that one doesn't have a resource, so we'll get rid of that one.
Okay. So again, you have another resource there. So you got 2 waiting. I am going to it's such a shame when you start off the game because you don't quite know the benefit of some of these cards, and you're hoping that there might be duplicates that you might
So when something
experience.
says do damage to this card and then somebody else gets damage, is that you yourself has to be the one to do the damage,
Yes.
or somebody else could damage you and then that would
No.
automatically damage? Okay.
No, you basically are going to put a wound token on that card, but that then is going to allow you to do a point of damage against another card.
All right, let me know when it's my turn.
It is. It's your turn.
I'm gonna play the young guard.
And play the Young Guard. Okay. So Young Guard has a cost of 1 to put them down.
Yep.
So we're going to use one of your tokens. Done. Where
I'm gonna put him up top.
Young Guard up top. Okay, there they are. They do have, obviously, a resource, so you can tap them at a later point. All right, but that's done. Over to me. Ooh. As much as I'm discarding cards, which I'm not quite sure whether I might have wanted them, but it's okay. We'll deal with that. Over to you then.
Can I? Can I tap that one?
You can. So you now have 1 resource plus another one, so you have 2.
But it's your turn because that was my action, correct?
No. I think you using that, tapping the resource, that's absolutely fine.
All right.
Because you're just generating resources. That's okay.
Then let's put my French guy in reserves. My French trail.
French, yep. So that cost you 2. Which bank? I don't think it matters
Gives
really,
it
does it?
an extra might.
What? Sorry. It will do get an
It
extra
gives it
might.
an extra might.
Yes. So we put on a little token. There you go. Which one do you want to put him in?
I mean, put him under the reserve card, I guess.
Yeah. Well. There's 3 of them. So remember, you can put.
Oh, let's do the cavalry.
Cavalry.
Why not? I don't know. It just needs to be somewhere, right?
Yeah. I think so. Yes. Yeah. So let's put him just there. So that cost you 2 to put. So of course you used the other token, and you've used.
Right, but he has extra might now, so now he has 3.
He does have 3. Yes. So when he comes out, he's going to have a might of 3. So he's going to be mighty indeed. I am going to. Okay, I'm going to spend 3 my resources that I have acquired to put out the King's German Legion. So, immovable. This card gains a +1 whilst in the central frontier. It's a +1 on his might. So, let me find a might token. Can't find one now. Oh, there we go. So whilst he's here, he has a +1. Awesome. Over to you. I think that's you probably done, isn't it? Unless you discard cards.
Yeah, I think I pass.
You pass? Okay. So you are the first player. So you're passed. Right. I have one resource left. I have one out on the battlefield. So what I could do is I'm going to tap that, use that to place Joseph Mutter, a lieutenant colonel in the British cavalry. I'm going to place him just there. And when he's played, he's a champion. Deal 2 damage to one non-leader enemy. So I'm afraid he is going to take out your French infantry.
No, don't do that.
I'm afraid I have. The alternative was I'd take out the young guard. So I'm being nice in my opening salvo there. Okay, so that's him. He's done that. That's all he can do. Now because he has, that's been when it's been played. So I could keep going. Okay, let's do this, right? So I'm going to tap him for 1 resource to allow me to play an event card. I'm going to share it over here so that you can see some of the wonderful artwork. So action, play 1 British card for free. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to put out. Goodness me. Jean-Victor Rebique, Lieutenant General, Dutch Chief of Staff. So he's gallant. Tire this card to give it a might token. That's limit once per game. So I'm going to put him up at the top just there. And I will just tire him straight away to give him a +1 on his might. Find an appropriate token. There it is. And there we go. All right. So we have effectively come to the end because you've passed. I am now passing. We then go to the frontier phase, and I don't believe there's anything we can do at this stage, can we? Just double check.
I mean, our other people can attack. That's there to weaken the things. Our non-tapped cards.
So here we go. So yeah, so basically the only ones who haven't been tapped, of course, is Napoleon and the Duke of Wellington. So only perform this phase if either player has the Battle of Waterloo objective in play at the start of the round. So we don't. Remember, what we need to do is we need to do our objectives first. All right? So
wait, I don't know what that is.
We can't do these frontiers yet because we've got to work through our objective decks. Do you remember how we had to acquire enough either zeal or might to be able to take these out? So this first one is a little bit of a story introduction. So it's the 26th of February 1815. For yours, this objective is destroyed automatically because Bonaparte disguised his brig Inconstant to slip past the British ships and escape exile.
I've already destroyed my objective.
So yes, that is automatically gone. It's just part of the story, which is a similar thing for me. I have one which is okay. So Sir Neil Campbell, charged with guarding the exiled Napoleon, sails away from the island of Elba to visit his mistress. In Campbell's absence, Napoleon escapes Elba with 1,000 men, sailing from Elba on the 26th of February 1815 and arriving in France on the 1st of March his trek to Paris begins. All right, so both of those, our initial introductions are done. So here we go. Your objective. This is what you're working towards now. Kill your emperor on the 7th of March. So zeal, when destroyed, you must draw one card. So what you're after doing is you want to get as much zeal as possible. This is so any zeal over 2 counts as damage against the health of 7. All right. And if you are not able to do all of the damage all in one go, then whatever that we are able to do, we'll put that onto the card, and then in the next turn you'll add to it. But ultimately, anything over 2 is going to be damage against this card. So that's your goal.
I have somebody with over 2 zeal.
You have
with 2 or more zeal.
You have Napoleon. It offers you 2 zeal. Your young cavalry have 0. Your French trailers have 1. So if for example,
reserves.
They're in the reserves. So if you brought them out of their reserves, you would have a zeal of 3, which means you'd have 1 point of damage against that objective. All right. So
so you have to have more than 3.
Yeah, more than 2. Yes. So 3 and upwards.
I mean 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what am I having to do? Okay. I have zeal of 3, so I need 4 or more. But I've only got 6 points of damage that I need to do on my card. Okay, so we then start the next round. Every card that was tapped is straightened. We draw 2 cards. Of course, we would be checking to see if we had more than 6, but we don't in this instance. So you can take a look at your cards. You're going to be the first player. What do you have? Okay, you have an event. Costs 4. Dead piled deep. This is an action. So here we go. We were talking about the Maya word. So Maya, 2 non-leader enemies in any one frontier. All right, but it would cost you 4 to make that happen. So yes, you play this card, and of course you do the effect on me. Remember, the cards that you mire, effectively they are sort of out of the game for 2 rounds. All right, so that's quite a cool card. Oh, there you go. French infantry division. Did I think I killed? Yes. Ha.
Because you're a butthole.
Yeah, maybe. So it's a cost of 0. It's a zeal of 0. It's 1 might, 1 health.
But now I don't know how many more it's going to be in the pile, and so you probably killed the only other one.
I think you might find that there'll be a fair few of these. This will probably make up the bulk of your army. So yes, I think you'll be okay. All right. So those are the two cards you have. Let me have a quick look. See what I've got. All right. That's gonna be fun. Right then, and you're starting. So remember, you have 1 resource waiting, ready for you. You can discard cards to generate resource.
I'll play the French infantry division.
Yep, costs nothing. Where would you like them to go?
I guess we'll put it up top.
Up top? Okay, so that's making a complete line there, so you cannot put any more cards in on that line. All right. My turn. Oh, and just as a reminder, remember, if you tap a card, it means that you cannot use that card to go against your objective. Yes? They've got to be active cards, cards that are still valid.
Deal anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. So... I'm going to tap him to bring Lord James Hay onto the battlefield. And he's going to go just up there. And it's over to you.
I'm gonna tap him.
You're going to tap the Young Guard. That's one resource. Which card?
Because I assume to play my reserve card, I have to pay for it again, correct?
Your reserve card over on the side here? No, you've already paid for it. No.
Oh, well then untap that. No, untap then.
No, I think that is just an action. Let me just double check. I think you can just bring that straight out. So as an action, a character or unit in reserves can be moved into any frontier. So characters and units in reserves cannot generate the resources, be sacrificed. Yeah, so you can bring those out. That's absolutely fine.
I'm bringing out the French Trail. Put them down at the bottom.
So these guys, out they come, and they're going to go just there. All right. All right, my turn. I'm passing, so I'm going to take the first player.
Can I attack any of your people?
No. Because remember, it's about, at this moment in time, unless you had something that said you could target people in rows on my side, which you don't, at this moment in time, it's about building up your power to be able to take on your objective.
1 damage to my person and hurt you.
Okay, well, let's just double check. Here we go.
A Young Guard.
Oh, I do. Yes, Young Guard. Yes, do apologize.
But then I would have a damage on it, and then he could die real easily.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, it's a bit of, well, as it says, it's bloodlust, isn't it? You're prepared to take a hit of damage, but it allows you to do 1 damage against another card on my side.
Tap him then and get a resource.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got 1. Yes, he's probably better as a resource, isn't he, than necessarily fighting at this moment in time, anyway. So you've got 1 resource. Do you have a card with 1? Not at the moment. Okay.
But I will.
You can, I'm sure you can discard. Can you discard multiple cards?
Let's.
No, it's
sell
one at a time.
Let's sell my French Lancers.
I think, well, that counts as your turn, doesn't it? Because you've generated that 1 resource.
Yeah, but you passed, so I get to go until I'm done.
Oh, that's true. That's so. I do apologize. Yes,
Gosh, monkey.
I know. I'm trying to keep. Yes, you're quite right. I have passed, so you keep going.
Keep the French Lancers.
Okay.
I'm going to sell the Old Guard. I'm going to do it. I don't care that it has a resource. When am I getting 5 resources to buy it? So let's sell them. Okay,
so that's sold, and you gets you another resource. Yep, done. You got 3 cards.
And...
Thank you, Mystical. So you got 3 cards left. You got 2 resources. You do have a card, the French Infantry Corps, which you could purchase.
You know, let's play them.
Yeah, so that's going to cost you 2. Done. Where are they going?
I guess that they can go.
No, hang on. Hang on. Because I am helping you here. If when you play
no, because if we play it, if we play that one, then there's a boost.
There is
for might, right?
But you'd have to get rid of another of your cards first and then play it, because you need the 3 resources to be able to do that boost. So it might be
well
worth
then.
Depends what you want to do. Do you want to use the French Lancers?
But it's only.
Or do you want to put me into a pile of dead?
No, you know what? We're just gonna play it. We're just
playing
gonna
it?
play it down there at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they're down at the bottom, just there. All right. You got 2 cards left.
Nope, it's fine. We're done. We'll pass.
Done. Okay. Done. Right. So what we then do is, of course, we're not doing anything on the frontiers. We're looking at our objectives. You need to have a zeal of 2 or greater than 2. So at the moment you've got 2. That's a 0. He has been used. That is a 0. This is a 1. So in effect, you do 1 damage on your objective. Nice and easy. Okay, looking over at mine, I've got 1, I've got a 0, I got a 4, so we're up to 5, there's 6. So I do 3 damage. Done. We then reset our cards. You get 2 new cards. I get 2 new cards. Let's take a look. So we could actually start, you know, we can get things going at a fair pace here. So here we go. We got a cost of 1. These are the heavy cavalry. There's a zeal of 0, a might of 1, and 2 health. And oh, here we go. If you boost them, you get a +1 zeal. And because it's cavalry, this card gains a might of +1 whilst in row 3. But remember, it was only Napoleon that's able to sort of hang around on row 3 without cards in front of him. You would need to have 2 other cards in front before you could place this one down to maintain it in row 3. Then this is an attachment. Okay. So this is a sort of a bonus. You attach it, well, in this instance, to a character. So this is a +1 zeal. This is battle-tested veterans attached to a character. So once
It's not a leader, right?
Not a leader. It's an actual character card. But you get +1 on zeal, so that's cool. Okay, those are your 2 cards. But it is me to start. Oh, that's an interesting one.
We use the action of like a leader card. Does that tap it or no?
Yes. Yes, it would. It would. So using him as the action for you to be able to move 1 French unit or character to a different frontier would effectively use him. So he would be tapped. Yes. Okay.
Now, what's the bonus of being player 1?
Well, bonus of being player 1 is I get to go first, don't I?
Okay.
So I am just seeing what I might want to do. I am going to... I'm going to discard my card to be able to play that 1 card out just there. So when played, deal 2 damage to 1 non-leader enemy. Oh, what do I want to do? Deal 2 damage to 1 non-leader enemy. Yeah, I'm going to take out these French infantry corps. Those are 2 health. They're gone. Robert Edward Henry, Duke of Somerset. Well, there we go. He's done his bit. It goes over to you then.
What is the health of your first card up there?
This one up at the top here, this is Jean Victor. It's a health of 3.
Okay.
So he's a 3, he's a 2. Wellington's a 9. There's a 2. There's a 2. And this new one, Henry, is a 1.
I'm going to sell my dead pile.
Yep. You get yourself 1 resource. Okay. Done. I'm going to pass. So, over to you now.
I'm going to tap my top guy.
Okay. You've got 2 resources.
And then pass.
Oh, that's something. Can you keep the resources over? Because remember that is, I don't think you can. I think you've got to spend them in that particular turn.
What?
Because remember, this is going to realign, isn't it? Let me just double check.
That would make 0 sense.
That's over here. There you go. Any excess resources cannot be saved. Resource generation can be performed anytime it's required, even on another player's turn. Yeah. So you've just got to keep on going until you're able to actually do something with the resources, but then that's it. So you want to keep...
save them.
You can't save it, no.
All right then.
So you've got 2, but you do have
So
several.
we're gonna put my heavy cavalry into reserves, and then we'll put my battle tested into reserves.
Okay. So that's there, and that's going to be there. All right. Which
And that means I don't have to pay to use them later.
that's yeah. Oh no, that's it. You've already paid. Yes. So you'll just bring them out. Okay.
Yeah, put them wherever.
Put them wherever. Yeah. I'm just going to put them there, and we'll deal with that when we come to it. Yeah. Okay. So we then look at the objectives again. So you'll at 2 or more. There's a 2, there's 0, there's 3. So you're going to do 1 point. Done. And we're looking over here. So there is a 1. That's 5. That's 6. That's 6. We do another 3. So I've got the 6 points of damage. So I've achieved my objective. This was the Congress of Vienna. So, Battle Zeal destroyed. You may draw 1 card. Okay, so we get a card out. Excellent. That's it. It will move on to the next. Into the next objective, which for me is might. I need to be generating lots of might. Oh, I seem to be doing not too bad on that. Okay, so bring your card back round. We both draw 2 cards. 1, 2, and 2 for you. Let's see what you got. Alright, so here we go. It's going to cost of 1. This is an event. Ammunition shortage. Destroy 2 cannon tokens. Ooh. That's, yeah. Might want to use my cannons pretty quickly then. And then, oh gosh, French cuirassiers. It's like cutlass, isn't it? I can't say these words. It's a cost of 2. It's a zeal of 1. Ah, you want zeal. It's a might of 2 and a health of 1. And cavalry, this card gains a +1 might whilst in row 3. So if you can fill out your row to get to a row 3, you get an extra cannon on them. Alright, so those are your 2 cards. They are being added to the French Lancers. Alright, so it's starting with me. Oh, I should have a look at quickly what cards I picked up. Ah. Okay. Right, okay. I am going to tap that card for 1 resource. Over to you.
Sell my French Lancers.
You're selling your French Lancers. Okay, that gets you 1 resource. I'm going to tap that guy just there. Get 1 resource.
My turn?
Yep. Oh, sorry. Yes.
I'm gonna destroy your cannons.
You are going to... Yeah, of course you are, yeah. So you're playing that one. Destroy 2 cannon tokens. Boom. So that goes and that goes. That's a bit of a bummer. Okay. I am going to... I've got 2 resources. I'm going to get rid of some British Hussars. Get another resource. Over to you.
Okay.
So you have the French cavalry that you just picked up, cost of 2. But you do have your guys. Well, let's just double check here. You've got your heavy cavalry.
Going to pass.
Pass. All right. So you're going to take the first player. I've got to keep going. I'm going to get rid of an event card to give me 4 resource, and then I'm going to spend those resources and I'm going to place him. So this is Peregrine Maitland. So Peregrine is just going to go there at a cost of 4. Done. Okay. And so we look again. So it's a 2. That's a 3, so it's 1 point. Oops. Done. I'm looking at might here. So Wellington takes command. So I need 3 or more. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 5, isn't it? So 3, 4, 5. I've got 1 more point than I need on that one. Everything gets righted. And you draw up 2 cards. I draw up 2. take a look, see what you've got. Oh, there we go. Wow, a character. So this is Baron Francois Donzelot. It's a cost of 3. He has a zeal of 1, a might of 1, a health of 2. So when played, he is skillful. Tire and mire one non-leader enemy in this card's frontier. Okay, so you are really making whatever that card is, that card's going to be out of action for a couple of turns. We got another character. George Mouton. Cost of 2, zeal of 1, might of 1, health of 2. When played, he's an opportunist. If you dealt damage this round, this card gains might of +1. Alright, so those are your 2 extra cards. Quick look. Oh. Right, and you start then.
Let's sell my French cuirassiers or whatever.
Yep. So that's going to cost you, give you a resource of 1. Done. I am going to... I'm going to get rid of this Prussian card to give me 1 resource. Done. Over to you.
I'm gonna tap.
Okay. That gives you 1. I am going to... Oh. Okay. Can I afford to do it? Yeah, I think so. I will, I'll tap him. That gets me 1.
Okay, it's my turn.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I do apologise.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I was waiting for you to say it's my turn.
My bad. It is your turn. Away you go.
All right, I'm gonna play the George guy.
The George guy.
He's a cost of 2.
George 2? Yep. Where's George going?
I'll put him down at the bottom, I guess.
Okay. There he is. Done. Okay. I am going to... Yep, might as well. Tap him. Extra resource. Done. Your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna play from my reserves my heavy cavalry
Yes.
and put it in row 3.
All right.
Oh,
okay.
no, wait, don't do it yet.
No.
No! Then I want 1 more, then I'd boost him.
You can't remember. because you put him in reserves, you can't use the plague.
Oh, okay, well then put him in the
Yeah.
row 3, because then he'll get a boost on the might.
He will. So this gains a +1 whilst in row 3, indeed. So there you go, done. All right. I've got 3 hell resources, so get rid of those. And we're going to put out these British Dragoons. Do this card. So Frontier Cavalry, this gains an extra boost of cannon when they're in row 3. So there you go, done. It's your turn.
We're gonna put my other reserve card out onto that character.
Yep,
So now he has an extra zeal.
he does have an extra zeal. I'll just put that just like so. Excellent. And
then I'll pass, or do I have to say pass next time?
You have to say pass next time, I'm afraid. And so that being the case, I'm passing before you. So I get the first player and then you pass. Okay. So then, let's take a look. That's a 2. That's a 3. That's a 4. That's a 5. Okay, so you're going to get 3 points onto here, so that means you do complete your objective. So when destroyed, you draw a card. So, new card. Let's see what you get.
Right, what did it say? Hold on, wait. When destroy? Oh, this is just a free new card.
Yeah, free new card. So, Towering Reputation. So, attached to Napoleon Bonaparte, he gains a +1 zeal. So, it costs you 2. So, it's an attachment specific for Napoleon. Give him a boost of his zeal. So that's a worthy card. So you have completed that objective. So you now have your next objective. Let's tell you what that is. So the Bloodless Paris Coup, 20th of March. So you're after zeal again, and it's got 6 health. So you need to do 6 points of zeal. Alright, well you're certainly in a better position now with those additional cards that you've got. Alright, so that's what you're after. Okay, so you've done yours. So I'm coming across here. I'm looking for might on mine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I basically I do it. So take those off. What do I get? So, might. When destroyed, you may remove 1 damage from any unit or character. That's absolutely fine. So, that's gone. My next one is the Allies declare war. So, it's a might of 2 or more, but there's 8 damage to be done. So, we ready all of our cards back again. Draw up 2 fresh cards for you. 2 for me. Let's take a look, see what you've got. This is Charles Claude. He cost of 1, 0 zeal, 2 might, 1 health. Zealot, if you deal damage this round, the card gains 1 zeal. He's a character. Here we go. Elite Guard Artillery. Cost of 4, zeal of 1, might of 2, health of 3. So when it's played, cannon gains 3 cannon tokens. So action, cannonade, remove 1 cannon token to deal 1 damage to every enemy in this card's frontier. You said you wanted to do some damage to me. Here you go. This is how you do it. So you're going to have some artillery. Oh my goodness. I think this battle...
removing 1 cannon would do like 1 damage to everybody in that row.
So remove 1 cannon token to deal 1 damage to every enemy in this card. Yes, in the row. Yes, quite right. So let's just imagine if that was here, you could do 1 damage to everybody along that row. And let me just double check. I think I know what it's going to be. We have a special cannonball token. I think that's what you end up playing. So we're going to have 3 of those on the... Yep, that's the cannon token. Yes, there we go. Oh, wow, okay. So this is where things... this changed, definitely. Let me quickly look at my cards. I need to be doing might again. You got any of those? No, you've not. Okay. Right, so starting with me. I'm gonna do it, yeah. Do that. 1 resource. Done. Over to you.
Sell Charles.
You're gonna what, sorry?
Sell Charles.
Sell Charles. Charles is gone. 1 resource. Done. I'm going to tap him. Get 1. Back over to you.
Tap.
I'm going to tap the Young Guard. You're up to 2. I'm going to tap him to get 1. Over to you.
Play towering.
You what, sorry? Play towering.
Play
is it?
towering.
Yeah, so that's going to cost you your 2. And that attachment goes on to Napoleon. There you go. So you got a +1 on that. I am going to discard that card to gain 1. Over to you.
Yes.
Okay, you take first player. I'm going to use my 4. Put Richard Mulholland, a British colour sergeant. Cost 4. He's going to go out here. So there he goes. And then I will pass. Alright, so starting with you, you're after Zeal. 3 or more. There's 3. So 1, 2, 3, effectively. Okay.
Napoleon should have 4.
Not Zeal. He has 2 as it's standard, and he gets an extra 1 because of the attachment.
I thought the attachment was an extra 2.
No, it's just 1. Its cost was 2.
Oh, I thought you said +2 zeal. That's what I wrote down.
Nope, just 1.
Oh, well, that probably would have changed things. Oh, well.
But
Okay.
it means that as it is, next round you will complete that objective. Okay, so that's that done. Over on my side, I'm after might of 2 or more. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, that's 10. So in fact, that's that's the 8. So I've managed to achieve that one. So might, when destroyed, you must destroy 1 of your units or characters if possible. Oh no! Who's gonna die? It's gonna be Joseph. Joseph dead. Please move up. Okay. We ready the cards? My objective is now Zeal of 4 or more. Have to do 7 points. This is the Duchess of Richmond's Dazzling Ball. Let's have a quick look. The art on these are absolutely fantastic. Really, really cool. So that's what I'm trying to achieve. Okay, and so we draw up 2 cards each. You get 2 cards. Let's take a look at those. So Baron Jean-Baptiste, cost of 4, a zeal of 1, a might of 2, a health of 2. He is also a resource, gives you 1 point of resource. So played is a champion, deal 2 damage to 1 non-leader enemy. As soon as he goes out on the battlefield, he does 2 damage. French infantry division, cost of 0, zeal of 0, might of 1, health of 1. Battle Brothers, this card gains a +1 zeal if there's at least 1 more copy of this card, which there is currently. So, fingers crossed.
So wait, that was my first card or second card?
That's your second card.
What was my first one?
It's Baron Jean-Baptiste. Who's
okay, what did he do? Sorry.
He's a character. He has 1 resource. And when he's played, he deals 2 damage to 1 non-leader enemy.
Okay, and he is 4, 1, 2, 2.
Yep. He doesn't look happy at all. Alright.
Okay.
Okay. Things are coming together. Right. It is you to start.
So does my French infantry, does it have to be in the same row or can it just be played?
Just played. Doesn't
Alright,
say.
then we're going to do that.
Yeah, so it's going to have to go here, isn't it? Because there's no other space for him to go. So because you already have French infantry, you get a +1 zeal.
On both of them?
No, just on this card. It says this card gains +1 zeal if there is at least 1 more copy of the same card in your battlefield. So there you go. +1. Done. Okay. A quick look what I got. Okay, that's pointless. Okay, can't do that. Right, I am going to discard a card to gain 1. Okay, over to you.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Wow. Okay. No, that's fine because you're going to use up all of your zeal to get this objective done, aren't you? You're catching up on that. So okay, fine. I am going to. Well, we can do this quite quickly then, can't we? I'm going to tap both of those to get 2 extra points. I'm going to then play that card. Which goes down. And that's it. I would then pass. So, we look at yours. You're looking for zeals. We got 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've done more than enough. You've done that objective. So zeal. When destroyed, you may play 1 unit at a cost of -1 resource.
And wait, what? I can put. When does that happen?
Right now. So the cards that you've got, you got 3 cards in your hand. 2 of them are valued at 4 and 1 at 3. So you've effectively, because it wouldn't make any difference, you've got 1 resource there because that's still available. So you could discard 2 of these cards and play one of your value 4 cards because you're getting 1 at -1. So the Baron Jean-Baptiste or the artillery.
It's not my turn yet.
No, but you do it right now because you've just completed this. This is your bonus.
Well, I'm playing the L Guard.
You want your elite guard, yeah? The artillery.
Yeah, the elite guard. Yeah, I wrote down apparently abbreviations. Thank you for knowing what my abbreviations were.
That's okay. So that discards. That's right. Yeah, discards those cards. That was tapped, but it's okay. You managed then to buy that at a cheaper cost.
Now we can put 3 cannons on it.
I am fishing out cannon tokens for you right now. Oh, you're gonna have so much fun. So there you go. So basically, this counts as an actual action, doesn't it? So remove 1 cannon token to deal 1 damage to every enemy. Oh, I think you probably can only do it once, can't you?
And 1 action.
Yeah, it'll be 1 action, yes. Because when it's action, it's tapped, isn't it? Because that's then reloading, yes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Because an action can only, when you do anything, you instantly get tapped, don't you? Because that's your bit. So you've got it 3 opportunities. But yes, and you do everything in that row. Which is quite devastating. Alright, so that's you done. You now have a new, so let me just show you. You have a new objective. So it's might you're looking for now. 2 might with a 2 might with a health of 8. So when destroyed, you draw a card.
Oh, let's see here. My might right now is at...
Okay, well let's have a look. Let's have a look. So your might is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think you're gonna. So if you kept everybody, you would obviously Well, you can work the math out. You've got a little bit of wiggle room, haven't you? You can do some stuff, and then yes, you just complete that objective instantly. Okay, so over on my side, I'm looking for zeal over 4. So we got 1. That's 5. 6. That's 7. So I do 3 points of damage at the ball. See, that's why I don't get invited. Okay. Bring those back on in. 2 cards for you. 2 for me. You think you're slowly losing. How are you losing when you've just got your artillery? Okay. Here we go. Cost of 1. Administrative Genius. Action. Play a unit with Zeal 0 for free. Okay. Right. Unfortunately, both of these are events. So
From Zeal of 0 equals free.
3, yeah. And then a Lancer Charge. So destroy 1 attachment. I don't have any attachments out. Okay.
Do you have any cavalry out?
Cavalry. No. Oh, yes. I have the British Dragoons. Yes, I have cavalry. Oh, and remember, yes, of course, you should be remembering your tactics cards. Ooh. Oh, you were close. You would have to move your artillery.
Why?
Because it's so here we go. Infantry square.
Yeah.
When you have 4 infantry in a 2x2 square, so you have infantry here. Oh, let's just put the right camera. Infantry, 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 artillery. So that's the odd one out. This is infantry down at the bottom. If he was here, then you'd have your 2x2 square and you could use that tactic card.
So who's my infantry?
Down at the bottom.
No, who's the one that's ruining it?
The artillery.
Is the one at the bottom.
It's the one in the middle. He's ruining it. Okay. But what we'd have to do, so Napoleon, move 1 French unit or character to a different frontier. So you'd have to use Napoleon to basically move out. Let me just double check on the movements. If you could move him up to here, would that push these guys back?
So then none of my 3 rows that are up and down would matter either.
Okay, so the rows, so the infantry lines. So when you have 3 infantry in 1 row, sacrifice this card to destroy 1 opposing infantry. Oh! Oh, right. Oh, right. Well, here you go. So here's infantry, infantry, infantry as a row. You could use infantry lines. So you could use that tactic. So you could get to destroy an opposing infantry. So any infantry I have. I've got infantry at the back here. Infantry here. I've actually only got 2 infantry. Most of us are characters.
So which one of your infantries has the biggest health?
Oh, yeah. They are both the same. Both 2, and they are both resource generators.
Wait, then is it my turn, by the way?
Are you just keen to just crack on? No, we need to... oh, we've looked at your 2 cards, haven't we? Let me just double check mine. All right, fine. Yeah, I think you can go for it.
All right, then. So we're going to use that card, and we're going to kill your 3rd guy there in the bottom.
So you're using that tactics. Sacrifice this card to destroy 1 opposing infantry, and you are getting rid of that guy at the bottom. Done. Okay. I don't like you killing my guys off. No, I don't have any of that. Ugh. I'm gonna pass.
Okay. And then for my turn, I'm going to do an action.
Are you indeed? What action might that be?
Oh, I don't know. Hurt yourself.
Are you talking about your artillery?
Yes, please.
I thought so. So take that away there and remove 1 cannon token to deal 1 damage to every enemy in this card's frontier. Oh. Shaboom! 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 Okay. Goodness me. Alright, that hurt, but that's tapped. Done. What else do you want to do?
I guess nothing.
Yeah, I think that does you, doesn't
Well,
it? You've got to, yeah, 'cause
you know
you've got
what? Let's
you've got 2
tap.
events.
Let's tap
Yep.
and save the genius one.
The genius one, yeah. We're going to put that there, because even though that card's gone, I think the reserves still exist, don't they? So we'll just put that to that one side there. Okay, done. Anything else?
No, I think that's good.
Think you're good? All right, fine. So we count up. We are looking for might. So what do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have done the 8 points of damage. So that is done. So when destroyed, you must draw 1 card. You get a new card. Who do you get? This fine fellow, who is a French Marshal General, cost of 4, 1 zeal, 2 might, 3 health, does a resource as well. And he has the Bloodlust. Deal this card 1 damage to deal 1 damage to an enemy in this card's frontier. Alright, but he's a fine chap. So that's him. He's in your hand. Oh, I should just so we're getting close. We're getting close to the Battle of Waterloo. We're so close. This is the Battle of, is that Ligny? So you're looking for might of 4 or more, 6 damage. When destroyed, you must destroy one of your units or characters if possible. So you're going to lose somebody during this battle, but you're so close now to Waterloo. Okay, so you're 4 might or more. It's all about the might. Let's see how I'm doing. So I'm on zeal. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's another 3. Oh, this is going to be difficult, this one. I can't. Why is it done at 1? Yeah, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, because you killed that card. Ah! Rats. Okay, not to worry. So it's still... I've still got my objective to do. Ready your cards. We draw up 2 new cards. 1, 2. 2 for you. Let's see what you got. 12 pounders. So, cost of 3. You get to mire up to 2 enemy cards with resource symbols. Wow. Alright, that's quite cool. And then we have a character, cost of 5, zeal of 1, might of 3, health of 3. He's also a resource. So opportunity, if you dealt damage this round, this card gains a +1 might. Jean-Baptiste, French general. Okay, are you good?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, alright. You got a few cards in reserve just there. Let's have a quick look what I got. Aha! Aha ha ha. Right, okay. So, starting with me, I'm going to discard, take 1. Your turn.
I'm gonna do an action.
Yep. What might that be?
I'm gonna throw some balls at you.
Okay, so that's that done. So he gets another point. He gets another point, but he's dead. Ah. So he moves up. Okay, okay. Board is changing. I am going to... Can't afford to get rid of that. I need to keep that. Gonna get rid of that. Get a token. Over to you.
Guess I'll pass.
Right, okay. So you take first player. I will discard another card to get a point. And I will spend those 3 points, put out some British artillery. I think I'll be lobbing those balls right back at you. And yeah, we can just do it. I'm just gonna tap that, spend that. And it's 1 point of damage to everybody on your row. So, well, there's a point there and a point there, but this guy, I'm afraid he only has 1 health, so he's out of the game. They're gone. That effectively would move up there. Okay, and so we finish. So you're looking for might. So you got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's great. So you've got basically, yeah, you've done it, you've nailed it. So you got your 6 points done. So you need to destroy a card by achieving this objective. Which card are you going to destroy? What, sorry?
In my hand or on the board?
No, on the board. Somebody's been lost in battle.
Who's probably my weakest card up there?
It's French
And
infantry.
the top middle one, probably.
Yeah, yeah. I think you can afford to get rid of them. So they're gone. Okay, your next objective. Because of how you've set things up now, again, you've got a might of 4, but you're going to have to do 9 points of damage. Is that the Battle of Quatrabra? So when destroyed, you must destroy one of your units. So it's a similar situation. Somebody else dies. All right. So, but after that, we are at Waterloo. So you've actually you're in the lead as far as the objectives are concerned. Okay, so over to me. Back on the zeal. 1, 5, 6, 7. So I get that extra point that I need. Done that objective. When destroyed, you may remove up to 2 damage from any unit or character. Fantastic. I'm going to take 2 damage off him. Revitalize him. Alright. I think we probably can just do one more round. So we're pretty close. Let's see how we do. Okay, 2 more cards. 1, 2, 2 for me. And look at this. You know, we haven't even gone through. We're at maybe near half the deck, if that. Okay. So what have you got? French Infantry Corps. So this was one of those cards that you had right at the beginning of the game, yeah? So it's cost of 2, zeal 0, might 2, health 2. And you can boost it to gain an extra might. And of course it's the Battle Brothers, yeah? So gaining a +1 on your zeal. Ah, this is a cost of 5. So Grand Battery. Mire all of your ready artillery cards and trigger each of their artillery abilities.
Okay.
Mire all of your ready artillery cards and trigger each of their artillery abilities. Right. Yeah, that's quite cool. Okay. A lot of damage. You got 5 cards in hand, so that's okay. I'm just going to look at mine. Okay. Right. Over to you. You're starting off.
Okay.
Remember, you had that card.
I know.
Genius. Yeah. All right. I'm just checking. Just checking.
Yeah, we'll play that one for free, so that way.
Yep.
Now here's the thing: if I wanted to use the boost on it, though, but the boost is for zeal, right?
No, the boost is for might. You get the zeal if you have other core out, which you don't.
Okay, so but if I wanted that, then I'd need to spend 1 on it, right?
Yes. Yeah. So, well, in effect, you could tap that card first and then do what you intend to do.
Okay, because might is essentially the fighting number, right?
It is, yes.
All right, then let's do that. We'll tap it.
So you tap that.
Wait,
you
hold
have
on.
to wait a turn.
Hold on. Wait. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Let's take it all back.
No.
Put him there. Put him back there. There you go. We've reset.
First, we're gonna attack with the First, we're gonna do an action, so we're not even gonna worry about what I was doing. We're gonna attack with the action first.
You're gonna do that cannon again, yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay. Cannon done. So. Goodness me. So 1 to there, 1 to there, 1 to there. Okay. You know what? Right back at you. Even though it seems... Oh, actually, maybe not. No. Let's not do that just yet. Let us... I need that one to... I'm gonna tap him. Get 1 resource. Okay, over to you.
Now, what do my 2 Jeans do?
Your 2 Jeans?
They're both resources, I know that.
Jean 1 and Jean 2.
But the one that costs 4, what does it do?
Zeal of 1, Might of 2, Health. He does the Bloodlust. He can deal 1 damage to any enemy in his frontier. And the other one, if you dealt damage this round, which you have, then when he comes on out, you can add 1 extra might to him. So his might would go up to 4. Well, that's quite cool. And both of them are a resource. But he costs 5. So you'd have to discard. Hang on. 1,
right, yeah,
2,
no,
3.
I got it, we're good.
Yeah, you could afford to do it.
Yeah, don't, you just worry about what you're doing.
Okay. Alright.
Please note, everyone watching, in a real game, he want to be looking at cards the whole time.
That's true. But I try to help you out, don't I? But whose turn is it now? Have I lost where I was up to? No, I tapped that to get 1 resource, don't I? So it's your turn, yeah?
So what we're going to do then...
Oh, I miss being told off on games night.
So we're not going to sell my 5 guy.
No.
And we're not going to sell my infantry card.
Infantry. The French corps.
But we are going to... Right. But we are going to sell 1, 2, 3, 4, my 4 other cards.
Right. So you just have to do that steadily, don't you? So you got keeping the French corps, infantry corps, and keeping Jean, who's the card at the 5. So does it matter what?
Right, but I
order
can
we do?
sell multiple in what? I can sell multiple in one turn, can't I?
No. It's only one at a time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sell one of them then.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with that lance charges. So they're gone, and you get 1 point. All right. I am going to.
Can I not sell that one first? Can I sell that one last?
Okay. Which would you like to sell then?
One of the ones that's not the lance. Lance chargers
All
get
right.
sold last.
Okay. We're doing Jean, the other Jean.
Yeah, 4 Jean. We can sell 4 Jean.
4 Jean is gone. I'm going to sell that card to get a point. Are you going to sell your Grand Battery?
Yes.
Yep. That's gone. You get a point. I'm going to sell... I hope I'm doing this right. I'm going to sell that one. Oh, you absolute monkey. Oh well, I've done it now. Sold that. Go on, over to you.
I guess so. We will sell
You got your
the 12 pound, or
Yeah.
the 12 pounders.
Yeah, 12 pounders. It's not a cheeseburger. Put that in there. I'm going to spend the massive 1 point that I've acquired to put out that card there. So he's done. Over to you.
I guess we'll sell my last one.
So that's your
No.
one.
We're gonna tap.
You're going to tap. So that gets you an extra point. Done. I'm going to...
Which technically, I guess I could still do a turn, but no, it's fine.
Yeah.
No, but do I have to do a turn? Because all I did was tap.
Yeah, just because you've generated a resource, so that counts. So
Oh, okay.
I'm now going to pass. So I get first player. Over to you now.
Okay.
you
So, I will sell the lance.
the lance. So that goes there. You get another counter. You've now got 5.
Mm-hmm.
So you can effectively put out your guy.
Yeah, we'll put out Jean.
Where's Jean going? Top, middle.
Let's go top.
Okay. So he's gone out because you did do damage this turn. Find an appropriate token. He gets a +1 on his might. He's a happy chap. Okay. And...
And
still your
now
go.
we're going to take the
Admin?
the reserve
Yep.
to play the French infantry.
Absolutely. They must go.
And that one
into
doesn't
there.
have a twin, right?
No. Unfortunately
Okay.
not. No. And you don't have anything to boost them, so they are what they are.
All right, that's fine.
Right.
Might want to
Okay.
move my resources though. I spent them.
You have spent them, so they're gone. Okay, so let's just do this final summary then. So you're after might. You've got 4. That's 8. It's 10. It's 12. 14. 15. 16, 17, 18. Oh my goodness.
So I think I might have killed the 9.
You killed the 9 completely. So that's gone. So, but you now have to destroy a card out on the battlefield. Who is being sacrificed?
Oh no, infantry, bye.
Is it? Yeah, I thought so. So they're gone. So you are now poised at the Battle of Waterloo. All right. Let's see how I'm doing.
Does that mean I do damage to the middle, or is that next time?
It'll be next time, right? So it means you can.
And that's might.
You can start taking these out. So, but first of all,
and that's using might, correct?
No, because you can use zeal as well. You can do both both sides to it. So let me just sort out this side first. So I'm after might here, 3 or more. So I got 2, 3. I got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I've managed to do my 9 damage. When destroyed, destroy one of your units or characters if possible. Who do we want to destroy? Who is the weakest? I'm afraid James Hay fell in battle. So I move up. We would refresh. And so, both of us now are at the Battle of Waterloo.
So when are we finishing this? Or are we going to just keep playing?
Yeah, it's typical, isn't it? No, we'll have to call it now. We will come back. I will do what I normally do. I will take a photograph and we will do a mini game of actually just doing the Battle of Waterloo. So we'll make it as a part 2. But just to remind you, so how we would win one of these frontiers. So step 1 is we do might combat. So both players are at the battle. And so what we do is we add up our might from one of our frontier lines. So we would add up all your might compared to all of my might. And the difference is the damage that you do in the actual frontier. Let me just make sure I'm right in that. So in a might battle, each player sums up their might total for all their ready cards. If one player has a higher than the other, then that player deals damage to the frontier. If the totals are equal, even if it's 0, then each player would deal 1 damage. So we would do that initially. We would look at the might situation on each of the lines. And then what we do is we go through and we do a zeal combat. So at least one player has the Battle of Waterloo, which we have. For each frontier, in a zeal battle, each player sums up their total battle value in zeal of all ready cards. If one player has higher than the other, then that player deals 1 damage. So we probably could actually just do a quick. I mean, of course, this is where we would play cards to try and alter things, but let's have a quick look here. So looking at might, you got 4, 7, you've got 8. So you've got 8 might compared to my 5 might. So in other words, you'd put 3 points of damage onto that card. And then if we just look at the zeal, so you've got 3, 4 against my 1, so you'd actually put an additional point of damage. So you'd be doing, was it 4 points? 4 points of damage on that particular one. And
so it's not right, because we'd have a 4 to 1 is only 3. So would that not be 6 at one time?
No, because it's the might is the difference between the two values, and the
zeal is just
the zeal is whoever wins, they get an extra 1. That's it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it would be 4 on my side.
So you'd actually have a good advantage for the chateau. Let's take a look here. So this is might of 2 against 2, 3, 4. So I'd get to do 2 points on here. And zeal, you've got zeal of 1, whereas I've got zeal of 5. So I'd get an extra point on here. So I've got a slight advantage there. Let's take a look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 against 2, 4, 6. So 2 points on here. Your zeal is 1, 2, 3. So I do 2 points and you do 1 point.
What is your zeal at?
My zeal is at 1. So you beat me on the zeal. So this is where the game would go into a little bit of, you maybe would using our leaders to sort of reconfigure and try and work out, okay, can we move some units up so we dominate in an area? I think you would quite easily take that one. I think these two would be the contested ones. As it stands, granted, of course, we'd keep on playing cards. We would keep on trying to, as I say, manipulate our sort of battle lines to have the better point value.
Oh, I got my notes. I got them together.
In fact, my mistake, I didn't count the tokens, did I? Hey, look, there's tokens in play. So those would actually have changed things.
Oh, you didn't count the tokens?
No, so there's a slight variance there. But, you know. So, what did you think? Considering you made a comment earlier on saying I'm losing slowly, you have approached the Battle of Waterloo and you seem to be in a relatively good position.
Yeah. We'll see. I want to keep playing.
Yeah. Well, like I say, we'll make it as a little add-on at another point when it's convenient. Because it could, you know what it's like. We're going to start squabbling over stuff. We'll probably end up playing for maybe another good half an hour, 40 odd minutes. Yeah. It's not over yet, even though we are at the very final battle. I do.
Yeah,
like
we
this
won't have
game.
to go over rules. I have it all written down now.
Oh yes, yeah, exactly. Yes, we will be diving straight on in, cannons blaring. Yeah, for sure. But no, I really like this way that the game plays. Once you get the swing of it, you know, it starts to flow very, very quickly. And again, you know, just having a look here, you've got all these cards that you haven't experienced yet. You know, in fact, you've used less cards than what you've got left. So there's so much more for you to discover in the game. Which is great. And there are little expansion pack that you can get for it as well. And also the game does have a full solo mode, which is great. So yeah, because you can see you can quite easily sort of play. To say it would be like Patience is maybe a disservice, but the idea of being able to sort of get your lines up together to be able to fight against the AI, I think that's really cool as well. So I like it. I think it's a great game. But I like 1066, you see. So, and I'm just enjoying the little differences in this with obviously with the artillery and with the reserves, and of course then the artwork across it is absolutely stunning. I mean, all of the All or Nothing Productions games have fantastic artwork. They are so well presented. But there we go. I think we will leave it at that, and we will face our Waterloo at a later date.
All right. I guess. If that's what you want to do.
I'm afraid so. Yeah, we will have to. We'll reschedule and we will pick that up. But I will take a photograph so we can see exactly how everything is laid out, and we will recreate it at another point. All right.
Okay.
Right. Thank you so much. You're welcome. It's been good to play a game with you. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye now. Okay, so there we go. Waterloo has not been decided, but we are on the cusp. You'll have to join us for a future stream to find out whether Napoleon is able to win at the Battle of Waterloo. It could happen. It could happen. I hope you enjoyed tonight's game. Do join us on Thursday when we go and discover another role-playing game system we'll be taking a look through. This game will be one that involves elves, dwarves and men and maybe a few hobbits. So join us on Thursday from 7 o'clock GMT. But until then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.